We in here in the room finding out what up, MFG fam. Ooh, and of course that happens. Figure this out while y'all come in. Fill the room up. It's live. We about to change some lives today. Never know. Hopefully it could be you. You dig? Get my notes together. Say what up. Hit that chat. Hopefully y'all been responding. I'm trying to jug opportunities today. I see y'all in there responding to that first question, couple questions. Thank y'all for getting active in the chat. And as I'm talking about this is interactive. I'm going to be telling y'all to do polls. There's going to be quick wins. This is not sit at your home on the couch and watch this if you want to get the most out of it. You could do that, but if you want to get the most out of this, you have to participate. You got to be a part of this with me. But with that being said, welcome to the MFG Hustle. This is from stuck to six figures. This is the 7-step system that I personally use, and I go on the road and I teach. That's going to take you from unemployed or underemployed to manufacturing MVP in 60 days. All right. And then you're going to get another 30 where we're going to teach you how to level up. So in 90 days, we can get you sometimes to 100K. All right. But definitely in the 50 to 60 range, we're going to get you working. We're going to get you that work. And you could be anywhere in the world today, but you're here with me. So thank you for your time. Time is just as, if not as valuable as money. So thank you for spending your time with me today. I am Drew, the MFG Crowe, and I'm about to put y'all on the bag. I'm about to put y'all on game that is about to change your life. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know some of y'all are skeptical. I know y'all see these types of things all the time. These get rich quick, flipping, land flipping, real estate, the stock market, Forex, crypto. This ain't that. This ain't that at all. I know you hear promises. You get in, you make an investment, and then you stuck still in the same position that you in. People gave you all these promises and these weird success stories that, you know, probably weren't real. That's not verifiable. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, this ain't that. Let me tell you who you're talking to right now. If you don't know me, shout out to my MFG family if you already a member. But I was a 2-time felon, teenage father. I had nothing, come from St. Louis. And I had felonies before I was old enough to drink, had kids before I was old enough to buy some squares. And I grew up in environments where the only path people really saw for me and I saw for myself was prison or a coffin. And thank God it was prison before it was the coffin. And today, you're looking at me. I built a 6-figure career in manufacturing, 7 almost. I've been recognized as Aerospace and Aviation Man of the Year twice. I'm speaking on some of the biggest stages, not just in manufacturing, but things like South by Southwest. We have multiple media awards, Webby awards, video awards that I've won, TV show. I've advised the White House and the Pentagon on workforce, multiple colleges. I was an instructor. I did graduate from MIT. And I've helped thousands of people every day, just like you, go from stuck to 6 figures. Like I said, sometimes in quicker than 60 days. But this one, I'm going to give you the 60 piece, all right? Manufacturing didn't just give me a job. It gave me an actual life and a life that I could live and I could breathe and a great lifestyle. And in the next 45 minutes, I'm about to show you exactly how I did it and break it down, show you how I'm doing it for other people, and give you the sauce and give you the game. All right, I'm going to show you how to get this bag. First, though, like I said, it's interactive. It's poll time. So the poll should be popping up on your screen in just a second. And you let me know what brought you here today. All right. Are you currently unemployed and need some income ASAP? We got you. Are you stuck in a dead-end job and you ready for more? Maybe you're in manufacturing and you've been in the same position with the same pay or a little bit of bumps and you're tired of it, you feel stuck. Maybe like me, you got a record. You don't know where you can work that's going to pay you enough to stay out. Maybe you're a career changer and AI is looking ugly or you're just tired and burnt out of being in the position that you've been. You want something new. You want to work with your mind. Or maybe you're just curious and you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you never heard about manufacturing, or you got a little taste, or you've seen some of my videos and you really want to know how to make this thing work for you and get a bag. Okay, take some time. I see y'all hitting up the polls. Okay. All right. Okay, so y'all see what I see. Look, I think y'all see what I see. I'm on two different things right now, but it's people from all walks of life. We got unemployed people. We've got underemployed people. We've got people with records like me. Shout out to us. Don't get one if you don't have one. And we got career changers. So you know what? All of y'all, all of these things, all have in common. All of y'all are only one decision away from changing your life, changing your position, and changing, your environment and what's around you. That decision starts right here and right now, and we're gonna get into it. And this is the one. This is gonna be the domino that has the domino effect. It's the first one that's gonna start everything coming down and really change your life. So let me break down what's going on in this country right now. All right. This is the reality. There are 1.8 million jobs open at this current time right now, and it's only growing in manufacturing. And these are all jobs that are paying high that these companies cannot fill. They're trying their best. They've been trying for the 10 to 15 years. They've been seeing this coming. It's been forecasted. They don't know how to connect with y'all. They don't know what to do. 1.8 million, and they're saying up to 3 million by 2035. All right, let that sink in. These companies are thirsty. They're desperate for workers. All right, they're raising wages. They're offering sign-on bonuses, paying for training. Most people don't even know these opportunities even exist. You probably didn't know until I'm telling you right now. That's because everybody is still thinking like 1975, or they're thinking like it is like it used to be in 1975, or like a lot of other people, y'all think manufacturing is dead or it's not something we do here in the United States. Dirty factories, repetitive, mind-numbing work, you know what I'm saying? And it's not that. That's dead. Modern manufacturing, today's manufacturing is about robots. It's about AI. It's about 3D printing. It's about, clean facilities. It's about safety, high, lights, air conditioning, climate control. We're talking about jobs that pay 60, 70, 80,000 to start a lot of times. And, upwards of 150K plus once you start stacking and getting all your skills and really like honing them in. You know what I'm saying? And here's the kicker. The best part about it, this is the mind-blowing part about it that people don't understand. You don't even need a college degree. Let me run that back. You don't need a college degree. We're going to get you in 60 days. Mark my word. Let me show you some of these real salary ranges that you can get. All right. So right now, this is taken off of Manufacturing Institute data, Deloitte data, the stuff that we can find on Indeed, and pull it all together. But as of this recording, as of this live right now, a production associate is getting entry level 35 to 45K. An experienced production associate is getting anywhere from 55 to 75. A CNC machinist is going to start around 44,000 up to 55 bands just to start. Okay, that's entry level. And then you could go all the way with some experience from 75 upwards of 150. I seen cats making 185 as a CNC machinist. That was my move. All right. Welders, mad welders out there. Get in way quicker. 40,000, you're gonna start up to 52 bands. And then, when you get some experience, you can take that to 65 up to, 105. I'm seeing a lot of welders making a lot of money. And welders a lot of time own their own company. So, that's 3, 4, 500 bands, whatever you want to do. Maintenance guys. These are the guys, they're going to sit in the air conditioning. They're going to sit in the cool office, make sure the machines don't break down. A lot of their work these days are done on tablets. My dog is tweaking. This is live. Hold on. Give me a second. Ain't force them. So y'all can see the rest of the money. I'm gonna keep this going, but it's on the screen. Y'all can check it out. It's a bag hit, right? So whole time. What's your biggest hurdle right now? What's stopping you? All right. Is it A, you have no experience, you don't know where to start? Is it B, that criminal record? You know, you got some F's on your report card. You don't want nobody, to know. You don't think nobody's gonna hire you. You know, you got all those things that come with that. No degree, no certifications. You don't know what to do. You don't have anything on paper. Maybe you do have some experience, but you don't have any certs. You don't have any degrees. So, you see on these job postings, it says this many degrees required or this certification will work, and you don't have any of those. Is it D, you can't afford the cost of training? It gets really expensive. This is an industry where you're going to be working with $1 million machines, $100,000 of materials every single day, expensive robots. They're not just going to let everybody, anybody learn how to do these things. Or do you have no connections? You don't have a network. You don't know anybody in the industry. You don't know how to get in. This is not an endorsement. I'm thirsty. That's real. Okay. Take some time, hit the poll up. See, I love this. Y'all be hitting the poll before I even read all of the results. And that's how I can tell y'all are real action takers. That's how I know everybody on this call that's moving like that. You already got it in you. You're a self-starter. You're an action taker. You're gonna be great. All of this stuff, you're gonna apply it, and you're gonna get paid. I can tell. So look at some of these results that we got coming in. Look, it's all the same barriers that I face. All of the answers that y'all are putting are things that I faced personally, had to overcome, that I go on tour, you can see, and teach people how to overcome all the time. You're not stuck. You're not in a boat by yourself. So if you look at the answers, I see the same exact barriers. No experience, no record, no connections, no money. That's exactly where I was when I started. But here's what they do not tell you. Every single one of these barriers can be overcome. All of them got a back door. They got a workaround. They got a trap door that you can use that as a strength. Okay. And it took me a while to hone this in. I fell on my face a lot, but I got the sauce. I got the formula, and I'm gonna show you exactly how it happens. I'm gonna show you the workaround for every single one. All right. So here we go. No experience. There are free trainings. There are free training programs all around the United States, right in your backyard, most likely right now, that will pay for your training, and a lot of them will even pay you to go through the program, okay, and get these certifications. That's unheard of. And then here's another one, like your criminal record. I'm a 2-time felon. I started a call with that, right? So all my justice impacted individuals, I travel the country and I'm building out programs with these employers. There's tons of employers that want you specifically. They're looking for you. Okay. They want to work with second chance justice impacted people, right? And give you a real first chance. Okay. How about no degree? You don't have a degree. You don't got that paper. You didn't, go 2 to 4 years that wasn't for you. Manufacturers these days, they care about skills. They don't care about all of that, right? It's a nice to have. If you do have that, it'll give you a different type of foot in the door when you go in, but it's not a necessity. It's not something that they need. And again, you have the opportunity to get these skills and earn these skills. Then a lot of these manufacturers, when I was hiring, when I was in manufacturing, I didn't go to a technical college to learn these skills. I learned them on the shop floor. And then as they saw my attitude, as they saw my hunger, my grind, my grit, they paid for me to go to school and get the certifications that I need. And so it was a win-win for both of us, right? So that's an opportunity for you. And a lot of people out there, if you don't have money, apprenticeship is your route. A lot of apprenticeships will pay you $15 to $25 an hour and guarantee you a job at the end of it while you're learning, while you're going through the program. So that's a career and money in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to hustle, right? And if you don't have any connections, stay on the rest of this webinar. I'm about to bust them open to you. And I've been building them over the years. I'm going to show you exactly what to do. And I'm going to give you my whole network right now on this call. Okay? So buckle up, tune in, and just, take notes. Hopefully you're taking notes. If you're not taking notes, I hope that you downloaded the MFG Hustle ebook. It's free. It's on drewcrowemfg.com. store. Click on store, and download that. Use that as we go along. Okay. But the system I'm about to share with you is the exact playbook that I use and that I've taught thousands of other people. It's called the MFG Hustle. 7 steps from stuck to 6 figures. And we're about to get into it, about to bust that thing down and break it open. All right. So this is what the system looks like. The MFG Hustle is my 7-step system. All right. And we're going to go from wherever you are right now. Like I said, like we identified in the beginning of this call, we're in all different types of places in this journey, in this MFG grind, MFG fam. All right. So wherever you are, we're going to take you from where you are, apply these things, and it's going to get you to that 6, 7 figures even in 60 days. And in 90, I'm going to show you how to go to the next level from wherever you just got to. All right. So each step is going to build on the next step. So it's important that you do all of these steps and you do them to the fullest of how it's outlined in this system and in this program. If you miss one, you're leaving a bag on the table. Okay. You're not going to get the most out of the next step or that step that you have. All right. So we're going to walk you through each one. Here's the framework. It should be on the screen. I'm going to walk you through each one of these, and I'm going to give you a quick win for each step that you can do today, right now, free 99. Get that bag. Get on your way to this MFG hustle. All right? So the first step, we're going to check ourselves, right? You got to check yourself. You got to understand exactly where you at right now, okay? You got to assess your existing skills. You got skills whether you know it or not. And more importantly, you have experience that is skills that can translate into things that we need right now in advanced manufacturing, all right? You got to know how to translate those skills. I'm going to give you the sauce on how to translate those skills and put it into a language that manufacturers understand and they know, and it affects their margins and their bottom line, and they can see how you will be a great investment and a return on investment into their company. You're the prize. You got to remember that when you're walking into these situations with these manufacturers, they need you, but they need you skilled up. Okay, they need you to be ready to work. They need you to be ready to grind. And if you can convey that you're already that type of person, then it's a mutual situation, and they're gonna take care of you. You're gonna take care of them. And then you got to set your manufacturing goals. Don't go into this thing blind, because there's so many things that you can do, and there's so many ways that you can get stuck, right? And this is all about growth. This is all about getting to that bag that's been eluding you. And this is all about changing your life. All right? Tune in. This is what we bring into the table. You got to understand and take this assessment for yourself and know, okay, where am I? What value can I bring to advanced manufacturing and bring it to the industry? And this is what most people get wrong. And a lot of people in our positions get wrong. In your position right now, they think you got no skills, and that's BS, dog. You survive the streets like I did, or the sticks, because it's hard there too, or whatever your situation was. If you come from, a less than having things situation, to put it like, that's problem solving under pressure. Okay? If you worked in fast food and you worked a rush or a retail rush, holiday rush, that's efficiency and multitasking. If you've dealt with difficult customers, if you've been, the face of service or the first point of sale somewhere, tons of conflict resolution, excuse me. If you've been broke like I have, you know what I'm saying? You got to know how to stretch a dollar, right? You got to know how to do resource optimization. I hope you're writing these things down. Manufacturers, they don't want people who can just push buttons. All right. There's a place for that, and that's called what a robot is going to be doing. There's no job there. We don't want jobs. We're on this call to get careers. All right. What they do want, they want people who can be creative. They want people who can think. They want people who can stay calm under pressure. They want people who have been doing the things that you don't even know you've been doing, that you've been training in your whole life. So you got skills, all right? And you've been honing them in. Excuse me. Excuse me. Goodness. Hey, people. 'Tis the season. So quick win number 1. We want you to do this today. Like I said, we're going to get you some wins. We're going to get you on the way. You're going to leave off of this webinar well on your way to that 60-day big bag, 6-figure bag. Okay. Number one, we're gonna do this today. You're gonna do your skills inventory. We're gonna do this work. You're gonna write down 5 tough situations that you handled in your life. I know you can think of 5. You probably had 5 before you even got on this call. I'm gonna be a buck with you. It's ugly outside right now. I've been there. All right. For each one of these, identify the one skill that you use to be able to handle it. And I gave you those translations. Okay. So now you got 5 skills that you had to build and develop, that you've been training on, that you've been using every single day, no matter where you are. Okay. And you got the translation into manufacturing language to what that looks like. And you're going to put that on your resume. Okay. And these are skills. You're going to put that under skills. This is not work experience. This is life experience. These are skills. Put it under your skills. All right. Number 2, to come up. We're going to come on up. Moving on up. You got to understand what's the hottest roles out here. You got to understand where the bag is. And manufacturing is a huge industry, and there's tons of positions. But I'm going to break down 4 or 5 of them that are going to get you in quick and get you to a bag quick, that have the highest level or the fastest way to move up in these. Okay? So understand the hottest roles. These are CNC, robotics, welding, QC, engineering. Learn Industry 4.0. This is where the industry is going. We do not want jobs for today. We want careers for the future and of the future. And a lot of manufacturing people are struggling right now because they want to implement new technology. They want to bring in all these dope things, but they don't have the workforce that knows how to natively use them. Okay? Most of our workforce is retiring and aging out, and they're not digital natives like you. We right here digitally right now. You getting a bag, digital dollars, right? You know how to do this stuff. You work on your phone, touchscreens, all of that all day. You play you play video games, manipulating 3D environments. You got all the skills. Okay. Then we're gonna map your career path from entry to executive. So as you start looking at what are these hot pathways, what are the come up, what's the come up that I can use, and then what's the technology that I'm gonna use to come up in that particular pathway, then you're gonna say, all right, what is my pathway consist of? If I start here, what's the next position and the next position and the next position? And then where does that top out at? And then we're going to say, we'll build the lane to go from dot to dot to dot. I'm going to help you design that line and that trajectory based on the strengths that you have. Okay. So manufacturing, like I said, is not just one thing. It's a universe of opportunities. It's not a straight line. It can look like this a lot. And if you don't, plan it out before you get in, it can look like a little bit of everything, right? So if you're a CNC machinist, that's one of those jobs that we talked about earlier. You're programming computers to cut metal very precisely. Okay, everything that we touch, everything that we own, everything that we ride in, drive in, has been machined or has been touched by a CNC machinist in some type of aspect, from that product going from here to actual physical thing. Okay, think of yourself as like a digital sculptor, a digital metal artist, or Picasso. You dig? Basquiat is Black History Month. Or maybe a robotics technician. Okay, we talked about robotics. So think of this as like the robotic whisperer. You know the language. You know how to speak to them. You know how to make them do what you like to do. You Geppetto. Feel me? The robot is Pinocchio. You dig? And you want to keep the robots efficient and doing all the work that the humans don't want to do or shouldn't be doing, and make sure that they're precise and they're consistently running. Right? They're always going and keeping the machines running as well. Welder, you fusing metal with light. Don't get more gangster than that. Quality control, you're the eagle eye, making sure the money's good, right? You got to make sure that every part that's made is actually in spec and it's functional. If you're making a part for the aerospace industry and we putting bad parts in fighter jets, and as soon as they go up in the air, they fall, those lives on you a little bit, big dog. A lot of it. You feel me? Roller coasters, vehicles, anything that we make it, man, we got to make sure that the function is what it's supposed to be. And even for non-critical things, it's a craftsmanship and the quality that we stand by. Made in America has never changed, right? So you're making sure that everything that's made here, that's being made here, is especially what it's supposed to be before it get out the door. All right, we got to whip their work. And then here's the key: like you don't have to pick just one. I've done a couple of these. I've done many of these, and honestly, the real ballers, the people that can command a bag anywhere they go in any subsector of this industry, are people that stack their skills, that know how to do multiple things. So, I'm a CNC machinist and programmer by nature, but then I also can do a little bit of welding, right? I can do some robotics because I know programming, right? So, always stack these things. Get in one, get really, really good at one, and then see where you got some transferable skills and start getting into those other things. And then you're looking at that, 90,000, 100,000, wherever you go. Like you asking, and they're not even blinking twice. Okay? So here go your quick win for this one. Do this today. Don't do it right now because you got to pay attention and get this bag. But I want you to Google manufacturing jobs near me and write down 5 titles that you see and the salary that it comes with. All right. Pick one that sounds the most interesting or your top 3 out of that 5, and then open up YouTube.com or TikTok or whatever you like the most, but YouTube's gonna give you the longest videos and put that in, right? And spend, 10, 15 minutes a day just looking at a job a day and see clearly when you're on your lunch break or if you're not working, I know you got 15, 20 minutes. Just do 2 or 3 of them a day when you got some downtime, right? And make that investment into yourself and into your career, and you'll start getting a better idea of where you can fit in and what that initial step will be. Okay. And once you got that, like I said, all 3 of these things all 7 of these are going to stack onto the next one. So once you got that, it's time to level up. Okay. I'm talking about, making the choice, making the path, making the sacrifice, and getting the skills. Okay. And really taking that first leap into the MFG, not just being part of the fam, but really living his life. All right. So here's the best kept secret in America that I've been trying to get out, but tons of people don't understand is there are so many places right now, and the government included, that you get paid to learn manufacturing. Okay. You actually get paid. They put money in your pocket to get these skills. All right. And I'm going to put you on some of these resources. Check out the slide. All right. JARC. It's the top one. Jane Addams Resource Corporation. This is free manufacturing training. Okay. You're going to get, most of your costs paid for. You're going to get all of the great real skill training and certifications. And this is CNC. This is welding. They bring in automation. They got multiple locations in Chicago. They're in Baltimore. They're in Providence, Rhode Island. Coming to Detroit. Coming to Philly. And you will 85% placement rate. You'll get multiple offers. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to glaze them too bad, but their grads double their income if they had a job coming in. All right. So all of you career changers, all of you people that are underemployed right now, and definitely if you're unemployed, JARC or a JARC equivalent in your backyard is the first place that I would look. All right. And placement rate is important. Look at placement rates because that means, am I going to get a job after I go through these programs? And any program that I tell you about and I endorse or put you on, they're going to have high placement rates because there's no point in investing your time without getting a job at the end of this that's actually going to change your life. You know what I'm saying? So that's the point of all of this. It's all about actually coming up, not just, you know, investing your time for some more minimum wage. We ain't on that. All right. ATDM, the Accelerated Training and Defense Manufacturing Center down in Danville, Virginia. If you got 4 months of your life to dedicate to a bag in defense manufacturing, um, hit up atdm.org right now. They will put you in a townhouse, fully furnished, 4 months, pay for all your training, and get you a job in the talent pipeline. And you don't have to work in defense after that if you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? They'll line you up with that, but you can take those skills and these credentials, and that's the best thing about this. All these skills are like a language that's spoken all across not just the United States, but across the world. You could be a CNC machinist in Texas and Florida and Illinois and Missouri or Germany or Japan or Korea or anywhere that you want to go, the Philippines, in Europe, you know what I'm saying, in Africa. This is universal, transferable, golden ticket to get a bag language that we're talking right now. So if you say, yo, I got 4 months of my life, I can do this, shoot down to Virginia. It's Navy funded, free manufacturing training, and they do more. So that you could be an additive. If you like 3D printing or you heard about 3D printing, you could do it for the Navy, dog. You could do it, and you don't have to enroll. It's not enlisting. All right. Registered apprenticeships. We kind of talked about these. They got them in every state. You get paid 15 to 25 bucks while you're learning, and they just also opened up Pell Grants for short-term training. So that's another way that you can get a bag to pay for any training, and it's free money, yo. And then finally, Titans and CNC Academy, log on. They've been around for a long time. You probably might have seen Titan around or some of their videos. It's some of the best CAD CAM, that's 3D design training that you're going to get, and that's a foot in the door. You can learn that from your couch on your own time. All right. You get some of those certifications from that free resource. People know you know CAD CAM. They know you can do 3D design. And if you like art or you ever worked in like Photoshop or Adobe or even if you like play Minecraft or something like that, or you know customize on video games or play video games, you'll be a good CNC programmer. I mean, you'll be a good CAD CAM specialist. Excuse me. So I'm gonna shoot y'all a free resource with these free training programs, just for being in the class, so you can check those out. You can find JARC at jarktraining.org, ATDM at atdm.org. You can find paid apprenticeships near you at apprenticeship.gov. Titans and CNC Academy, just throw that in Google. That'll pop up. And then American Job Centers. They'll line you up. They'll put you on. So your local American Job Center, careeronestop.org. That's free job training and placement for you. Just make sure you tell them that you want to be placed in advanced manufacturing. And as a matter of fact, that brings me into our quick win for today. For this chapter, that you're going to do today. Go to careeronestop.org and find your local American Job Center that's closest to you, that works with your neighborhood, and call them and ask them about manufacturing training programs. Okay. And then a bonus is ask them specifically about the programs that you get paid while you learn. So ask for earn to learn opportunities in advanced manufacturing training, and they're going to get you lined up and tell you everything that you need to do to get set up. Okay. And so again, as y'all see, man, I'm just giving y'all the sauce. I'm telling you where the free resources are. I'm telling you how to talk the language. I'm telling you how to get the skills to get the bag. And none of these are my, like, none of this is my stuff. I'm not asking y'all to pay me to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sending y'all to people that are going to pay me to refer y'all. Like, I just want the information out there. I want y'all to be able to take your life in your hands. I'm sick. I've been stuck. I was stuck for a long time. And I'm trying to show you how to break these chains and get these chains. Yeah, man. All right. So, the next step, we're going to brand ourselves. Okay. You got to build that personal brand. Everything's about branding these days. I want you to become the Hove and Beyonce of blue collar. You dig? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna craft your success story so employers want to hear it and it makes their ears stand up when they hear that. We're gonna show you how to build out your LinkedIn profile so that recruiters knock down your door. They all in your DMs, like if any of y'all ladies on IG, I know how these cats can be thirsty. Um, but they gonna be in your DMs just like that, right? And I know I said LinkedIn, and a lot of y'all might not be familiar, or you might be like, "Oh, that's boring." But I'm telling you, if you spend even half the amount of time on LinkedIn as you do every other social media app that you have on your phone, you'll get way more money. Your life will be better, and you'll have way more business connections and bad connections, and that's what's important. Okay, so we're gonna build that out, build your network like a baller, blue collar baller, and then turn your past into your advantage no matter what that looks like. Okay. So this is where most people drop the ball. They get all excited. They know how to find good job opportunities. They know how to locate these things, but then they freeze when it's time to actually take that step and get that job because they know, like me, you might have some F's on your background, on your report card of life. You know what I'm saying? Or just some blemishes or just whatever that may be that you might have in the past, caught some flack for or not got hired for or got fired for, right? But when you brand yourself, you can turn all of those things into strengths. That's exactly what I did. And you can show that you're not just, you know, another person, you're the prize. Okay. So I want you to think of yourself right now as not just looking for a job, you selling a product, right? You pitching weight, you feel me? But you're the weight, you're dope, right? You the product, you dig? And the first thing you gotta do is you got to craft your story, okay? And online, we like sob stories. In the movies, we like sob stories, right? But in the corporate world, and especially in manufacturing, we don't want to hear a sob story. We want to hear a strength story. We want to hear about overcoming. We want to hear about, what you did to shake that up off you, right? And so, me, for example, I'll give you me. I was a two-time felon, had no direction. They got a word for that these days called YN, but this was pre-YN, naming. But I was definitely the YN leader waving my flag. You know what I'm saying? And manufacturing gave me structure. It gave me purpose and a career. Now I bring that same discipline and hunger to everything I do. See what I did there? I'm gonna run it back for you. Okay. Imagine you're sitting across from me and we're in this job interview, right? And I'm trying to get this career. And I say, I used to be a two-time felon. I was a justice impacted individual with really no direction at all. I had, no drive or anything like that. And manufacturing actually gave me purpose. It gave me structure and it gave me a career. And now I bring that same discipline and hunger to every single thing that I do in all aspects of my career and my life. Now tell me I didn't just get that job, big dog. Tell me you don't want to know more. Tell me you're not at least intrigued, okay? I didn't hide my past. I used it to show a story of transformation, a story of triumph, a story of overcoming, right? So here's the next thing I want you to do. I want you to get on LinkedIn right now. Okay. I know it feels weird. I know it feels nerdy. I know that some of y'all, you feel like you don't belong on the business platform with all of these, corporate people. But the truth of the matter is that's where your network is going to be. If you want to get a bag, that's where everybody is. Okay. That's where the bag plays. And then 90% of the recruiters are on LinkedIn first and foremost. That's where they're going to be at in the first place to find the candidates. And if you're not on LinkedIn, they're not coming to Facebook. They're not coming to IG. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not there, you completely invisible, right? Even more so when you try to apply online or do Indeed or anything like that, you're just a resume. But on LinkedIn, it's an actual social network, so they can see more about you. You can have more interactions with the CEOs and the people that you'll be trying to be one day. and you can kind of get tips and tricks. And then on top of that, you get more referrals. They can see your character, who you are. You can see their character. There might not even be a place that you want to work, a person that you want to work for. So LinkedIn is the sauce. That's the bag. And we're about to get a quick win in right now. Do this right now. Do this, not right now. Do this today. We're going to write your transformation story in 3 sentences. Okay? Where you were, what changed, and where you're going. Okay? I was, I am, and I'm on my way to. Okay? I was is going to have complete acknowledgement. All right? You're not hiding anything. You're transparent. And it shows that you have integrity as a person and that you're beyond what you were. I was a justice impacted individual. Okay? What changed? Where are you today? Now I'm starting my career in advanced manufacturing. I am, whatever it is, whatever you are, whatever pivot you took from there, and then where you're going. I'm on my way to getting a degree in CNC machining, or I'm learning more about advanced manufacturing. I'm currently studying at ATDM. I'm doing classwork at JART to become at your plant. Okay? Then we're going to go over to LinkedIn. Okay? We're going to create a profile if you don't have one. If you do have one, good job. That's a good head start. And then we're going to change our headline. Aspiring, whatever role you want, the strength that we identify, one of those, ready to, and then the value that you bring. All right? So as they see your name, they immediately see that and they're intrigued and they want to know more. That is some sauce. That's recruiter bait right there. All right? And you already speaking the language. It's really about knowing how to communicate these things. It's really about just talking in a different environment than what you're used to or you might not have been exposed to. Or you were exposed to it, but, you just were letting that thing go over your head. You feel me? But now you in the game. So we at number 5, and there's only 7. So if you made it this far, you are on your way to a bag. You are well on your way to get paid. And we're a little bit probably over, but that's all right. Thank you for staying with me. Step 5 is where we actually secure the bag. Okay? This is where we actually get the money instead of being an idea into our pocket. If you didn't already, start an apprenticeship program and one of the other steps, if you did start the apprenticeship program, this is where we start to get into doubling that bag and making that bag even bigger. You dig? All right. So we're going to go from apps to fat stacks. All right. We're going to decode job listings like a boss. You're going to see what they're saying and then decode it into our language, right? Because this language thing goes both ways. You got to know how to speak theirs and you got to know how to hear theirs as well and understand what they're really saying and what they're asking of you so that you know if this is really a good fit for you or if there's a bag in it. Because a lot of times, they playing around too. Some of these manufacturers are going to put a cap on your bag and you got to know, am I there for some experience for 2 years and then using that experience to elevate me to a bag somewhere else? Or is that something that's not even worth my time? Okay. Next, we're going to have a resume that says, yeah, I'm a Christian. Interview freestyle techniques. We're going to teach you how to win every single interview and convey that you're the thing that they need. You're the diamond that they've been looking for. And then we're also going to teach you how to do rebuttals and how to talk about some of those blemishes that you have and use them as strengths. And then finally, like I said, we're going to address your background if you have one. All of us have one. It might not be a felony. Maybe you've got a gap in employment. Maybe your employment doesn't necessarily right now speak to these positions. And we're going to turn that into an advantage and a win. But before we do, it's poll time. Okay. Get this poll up for y'all. Okay. So you see it on the screen. Have you ever not applied for a job because of your background? A, yes, my record scared me off. B, yes, I didn't think I was qualified. C, yes, I didn't know how to explain these gaps. D, no, I apply anyway. All right. Bold. E, I haven't started applying at all yet, and that's cool. And again, as we see, we're all over the board, right? Some of y'all are just raw dogging, just applying no matter what. You know what I'm saying? But most of y'all are either A, B, and C, where you did not apply because of one of those different things. And if you're not applying because of your background, you taking yourself out of the game before you even play any of these. If there's any reason that you're not applying, other than it's like a GM position, you're not there yet. You're pulling yourself off the field before kickoff. And this is the truth. Like, it's thousands of employers right now that are begging specifically. They're looking for second chance hires. They're looking for people with no experience so they can train them themselves and they don't have to untrain bad habits, right? They get tax credits for hiring people that are just as impacted, or hiring people that have been out of a work, that have a significant work gap, that are coming back to work. They know that there's real opportunity beyond what you can bring to their bottom line. And that's just being 100 with you. And they also know that people with records who actually get a real opportunity and a real shot, like the ones that we have in manufacturing, are way more loyal than normal employees that are traditional. And, there's polls and data to back that up. So in interviews, I'm going to boil it down, but, we got the deeper dives that you can be a part of, deeper webinars that break down each one of these steps and give you more tools and resources to do them, templates that you can copy and paste if you don't really feel like doing it yourself. Um, but the formula is, yes, I made mistakes. Here's what I learned. Here's what I've changed. Here's why that makes me an asset. So if they can see acknowledgement and accountability that's huge in our industry, number two, they can see that you've taken the initiative on your own to not only identify these mistakes, but have corrective action. They love that as well. And then if you can say, this is how that made me better and makes me an asset to your team, that's the icing on the cake right there. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that and give you scripts and templates to do that as well. But here's some resources. It should be popping up on your screen. I keep saying it should be popping up on your screen. Like, I'm not the one over here clicking the buttons, making it pop up. I wish I had a team. But free resources, they're there now. Second chance employer resources if you are just as impacted individual like myself, if that's your hurdle, if that is your obstacle. 70millionjobs.com is a job board for people with records. Dave's Killer Bread Foundation, Second Chance Employers List, SHRM's Getting Talent Back to Work Pledge. And these are all companies that are committed to hiring justice impacted individuals like ourselves. And then the work opportunity tax credit, you can tell yourself, you can tell you can tell employers that they do get tax credit for hiring you. That can be part of one of your assets. It should not be your only asset. Let me make that clear. But it is something that comes along with hiring you. So it's a little bit of a bonus in their pocket. And they get that. And then on top of that, if you're just really worried about it, there's employer bonding. So you can get bonding as a felon, or your employer can on you, that will cover things like theft or, whatever they're worried about. Which also data backs up that doesn't happen anyway. But here's your quick win. We are going to do some application prep. You're going to do this today when you get off the call. Definitely before tomorrow, you're going to make time for this. You're going to make time for yourself, your future self, that's going to thank you for getting on this webinar today and actually taking it seriously. But this quick win for application prep is on your screen. And you're going to do the first step. You're going to update your resume with your skills inventory that we did on step 1 in the beginning of this call. Then you're going to write out your transformation answer for the background question. Okay? And then you're going to apply. You're going to take that resume and we're going to start shooting that thing off. We're going to apply to at least 3 jobs this week. You should have 5 career opportunities that you researched, and then you should have at least 3 that you like, 1 that you really like, but apply to 3 of these. And don't let your mind start going and tell yourself that you need to not do it. You're not experienced enough. You're not, any of these different things that, you don't have the skills to do it because you do. All right. So now, going through everything, you got free skill training. Okay. If you don't have free skill training, you're in an apprenticeship program. If you're not in an apprenticeship program, you already in the field and you needed a bag, you went to one of these skill training that pays for you to upskill. Okay, and you got more skills. You might be in a technical college program or a night class program that's paying you to train. And you're moving. You got the bag. Okay, you did great on your interview. Your resume reached to the top. It spoke to your strengths instead of your areas of opportunities, and you have all of these advantages working for you. You in the job, you're rolling. Okay, it does not stop there. That's the first 60 days. We got you to that bag. We got you from stuck to a bag in 60 days. You're paying your bills. You're doing your thing. Family smiling. Everybody proud of yourself. I hope. Okay. Now we're going to show you how to expand that bag. This is about scaling. This is about rocket ship to the top. Okay. New money moves. We're going to take you to scrub to CEO. Okay. We're going to dominate your first 90 days. We're going to be upgrading your skill. ABU always be upgrading. We're going to show you clearly and help you map out your leadership path from the shop floor to the corner office or wherever you want that end up to be. And then we're going to help you build out your network, your circle of success. The people are going to make sure that they help usher you into this, that you can lean on so you never fall, you never stumble. Okay? Step 6 is what happens after we get that bag, after we get that initial job. And this is also where a lot of people stall out. A lot of y'all might be on this call. A lot of y'all might have done those first 5 steps, and then you got that job, and then you've been in that same position, and you're going on year 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe more. Okay, so this is really, I'm speaking to y'all most than anybody because this is where you are, but this is for everybody on the call. Okay, you get comfortable, you stop learning, you start making decent money. You could get Uber Eats every lunch and get whatever you want. Your family's happy, new car in the driveway, new crib, and then you stuck there for 10 years. And then you got anger and you got resentment and you online talking bad about the industry that I love. Don't do that. But we're not going to let that happen, okay? Not to you, not today, not in the future. You're going to treat every day like it's an audition for your next promotion. You're going to treat every single day like they paying you $1 million a day to do your job. Okay? Like you're working for yourself already, no matter where you are. Like this shop is your shop. And if this shop ain't making bread, you don't eat. Okay? The first 90 days, we're going to show up early. We're going to ask a lot of questions. We're going to have a notebook or a tablet if they let you. A lot of these jobs are still old school. Have a notebook and then change it, put it into your tablets. They all old. They like to see the notebooks. They like to see you doing that. Okay? You're going to find a mentor. I'm going to show you in the New Money Moves series, the breakdown, the webinar, and if you got the MFG Hustle book, exactly what to look for in a mentor. And it gives you profiles of who these people should be. You're going to volunteer for extra work. You're going to, do all those extra things. And by day 90, you're going to be the person that people look to. You're going to be a leader. It does not take long. I promise you. And all of these aspects are going to bear good fruit. And your name is going to enter doors before you ever get there. I promise you. And then never stop learning. Okay. A lot of these certifications are on your time. A lot of these certifications are 8 to 24 months, 18 months, 12 months. Every certification that you add, every skill that you stack on top of what you got is more money in your pocket, either realized or coming very soon. A CNC operator who adds robotic programming, who adds some welding, they just added 20 to 30, maybe even 50 bands on their yearly salary. That's what you got to understand about our field. And the cooler thing about it is new technology is coming every time you blink your eyes, right? And most of the technology that you use is going to look just like this. And the only difference is there's no big $1 million machine behind me, but there's a laptop right here. We got touch screens. We have all of the things that you're going to see in a shop that you are already using every single day. So here's your quick win. I want to make sure that I get y'all out of here in a good amount of time. Quick win for number 6. Make three Make a list of 3 skills that would make you more valuable at your target job, at the top one. That could be CEO. Okay. Right now is the time to dream big. You've been in the shop, you've been researching, you kind of know about manufacturing. Who's pulling up in that car that you want to drive every single day, or doing what you would like to do inside of your shop, or that you saw online when you were while you were looking and as you learn? Okay. Then we're gonna find one free resource to start learning each one of those, whether that be the technical colleges again, whether that be upskilling through an employment upskilling program at your job, whether that be Jane Addams Resource Corporation, incumbent worker training, whatever that is, they're out there. I outline them for you. If you take the full webinar for that, you'll get a list of all of these, how to contact them, what to say, and then set a 90-day goal for where you want to be in your first position. Okay. If you want to get up out of that first position in 90 days, it's possible. Stick to the steps. Okay. And then finally, you made it this far. Shout yourself out. Give you some love. Hit the chat up. Put the clapping hand celebration in the chat. Y'all are officially about to be MFG fan. But this is about your takeover. This is about the Empire State of Mind. This is about growing that empire and that legacy. And this is making sure that you and your kids and whatever you do, you have plenty of money to do it and to keep growing it forever, right? So I want you to think long term. This is not a job. I might have accidentally said job a little bit ago or during this webinar, but this is a career. Manufacturing has been around for a long time. It will be around forever. We always have to make things, right? And that means from the small things to the huge, most expensive things, they have to get made. I want you to think 1 year, 5 year, 10 year, have a vision. See your future self already winning, walking in that vision, whatever you have for yourself right now. And then I want you to have 3 paths to 6 figures. Okay. Either you're going to be a leadership, either you're going to specialize and be a specialist, or you're going to be an entrepreneur and you're going to start, growing your own business and hiring more people like yourself and teaching these things to them. Okay. So then you're going to build your legacy. And that's what I'm doing right now. That's what I do on tour. This is what you're going to do as well. This is the culture of what we do here and the MFG fan and the new American manufacturing renaissance. Okay. We lift as we climb. Okay. So as you become a leader, you teach other leaders. Okay. As you become a specialist, you help others specialize. As you become an entrepreneur, you hire from your community. All right. And then we're going to go from blue collar baller to industry legend, some like your boy. My goals don't look that shiny in this life, man. So step 7 is the end game. This is where we think big. We think huge. You got to think huge. Because you're not just trying to get a job. Like I said, we're building an empire. Okay, we're going to go from career to empire. And these are the 3 paths that are going to get you there in manufacturing. The number 1 path is leadership track. You're going to go from operator to lead to supervisor, okay, to plant manager. All right. This is going to be anywhere from, 4 to 6 years. That's going to take you to get there. That should be your trajectory. If you're in a place and it's looking like it's going to take longer than that, build your skills up, move. Okay. And then that's going to net you bare minimum 125,000. All right. Path 2 is going to be your specialist track. Okay. This is where you become the expert in something, a specific application of CNC machining, a specific type of metal that you're really, really good at working with, a specific type of programming software that you're a whiz with. You just become the expert, master CNC programmer, robotics wizard, maintenance guru. You can fix a machine in your sleep. You're almost telepathic with these things. 4 to 6 years again. We're looking at 150 to 200. You know what I'm saying? And then you got entrepreneur track. That's where you learn the skills and then you start your own shop. You build the relationships, the networking, the business. And this has an unlimited ceiling. I know a lot of people that, 300,000 is their baseline, but this is manufacturing. You know what I'm saying? You could be the next GM, Tesla, Ford, whatever you want to be. aerospace, NASA. You could be all of that. So decide which one of these three paths first. Look into all of them, and then decide which one's for you. And that's up to you. Only you can answer that part. But all three start the same way, and that goes back to step one: really finding out, doing your skills assessment. Where am I? What do I got? What am I made of? And then tying, which one of these things happened. And now what's cool is you've been in the shop at this point. You know what goes on. You got some experience. You've seen some of these people and interacted with them. So this is your 7th quick one. You're going to pick which plan resonates with you, either leadership path, specialist path, or entrepreneur path. And then you're going to write down where you want to be in 5 years. See what that looks like. We mapped everything out up until this point. You should know how to do it. You should have the network that can help you do it on LinkedIn and in the shop. And then identify one person who's already where you want to be. And speaking of LinkedIn, follow them. Okay? Interact with their posts. Add to their posts, ask questions to them, and build that relationship. And then, when it's appropriate, express what you want to do. Okay? And that's going to bring us into our success path. I'm going to land this thing. Okay? I just gave you the whole system. You got the whole thing from step 1 to step 7. This is the system that people are using every single day that I use and mastered myself to go from where I was to where I'm at. Okay? And I know what you're thinking, Drew. This is a lot. It's a whole lot. How and where do I even start? And I'm going to give you this whole 60-day roadmap right here. So if you follow this, I can guarantee that you will have a manufacturing job offer within 60 days. And there goes the cane corso again. I have seen it happen personally for myself and thousands of times on the road, like I said, in manufacturing. Hold on. So here's your 60-day roadmap. All right, it should be on the screen. And this has got all the steps. It's got the time frame that you should be doing this thing in, but really this is self-paced. But if you want to hit the 60 days, this is going to time it up and show you exactly what you should be doing and exactly when with the action items, okay? And in those 60 days, you're going to have a job offer or you're going to be enrolled in a paid training program. You're either going to get paid to learn or you're going to get paid to be in the field learning as well, but we always learning, we always upgrading. So 60 days, that's 8 weeks from today. That's before the summer. You could thank yourself, dog. Less than 2 months. It's not even going to be hot outside again yet. Okay? In 60 days, you will be collecting your first paycheck, or you could be in the same spot that you in, waiting, watching another webinar, just hoping, fingers crossed, investing your time into something that's just going to take more time and keep you frustrated. The difference is action. It's not motivation. You don't have to be motivated. You don't have to be inspired. Just move on it. It's action. So let me show you how to take that action right now. Here's the deal. I just gave y'all the whole framework for free. I walked you through it. And if you go execute on what we just did today, if you do every one of those quick wins, you will get results. I promise you. Okay? But I know some of y'all want more. I know you've seen what you've seen. You might have seen me on the road. You might have seen me come to your school, come to a technical training center, come to a community center by you, and you say, I need more, Drew. I really, really want to immerse myself in it. And I know that I can't do this on my own. You want the worksheets. You want the free templates. You want the copy and paste. You want, somebody to help hold your hand through this. So I put together the MFG Hustle Quick Start Toolkit. And this is everything that you need to do to execute these 7 steps. All right. So you're going to get the skills inventory worksheet. You're going to get the career path explorer guide. You're going to get the training program database with all of the links so you can get on that yourself. We got the LinkedIn profile template so you can get a quick start on seeing exactly what the recruiters and the manufacturers are looking to see, what they like to see, what stands out to them. Plus, you're going to get the headline generator so that you can make that headline that makes you stand out above the rest. We're going to give you the resume template for your non-traditional backgrounds and your transferable skills that you didn't know that you had. You're also going to get the interview answer script. So this is the full script with all the rebuttals and shows you how to turn those areas of opportunities into areas of advantage. And then you're going to get the 90-day first job success plan and I'm going to throw in the bonus, the 60-day action roadmap checklist, so you can keep yourself accountable. That is only $27 plus you get the 30-day money back guarantee. You know what I'm saying? And that's less than, let's be honest, what you spend on Uber Eats today. You know what I'm saying? You probably spent that on treat. Less than a tank of gas, and unlike all those other things, this will actually change your life and put money back into your pocket. But the link is in the chat. Put it right now. The link is in the chat. And if you're serious about this, go grab that toolkit and start today. Definitely, you should be doing the quick win strategies that you learned on this call, but that's going to take it another level and get you more results. It's going to open up the floodgates and get you more money, to be honest with you. And some of y'all, that's not deep enough. All right. Some of y'all say, I really, really want to go deep. I want to be in your pocket. I want to be your shadow. You want me to walk you through this thing step by step by step. I got the MFG Hustle Workshop Series, 7 live workshops, one for each of these steps where we take it and break it down for a full hour, and we hop in live and we do it for you on the call, okay? And you get to ask me questions. Like I said, we're going to do these exercises together. We're going to go in depth. We're going to build those resumes and the profiles. We're going to reach out to some of these training centers on your behalf together right there on the call. The first one is check yourself. We're going to discover your hidden value. Second one is the come up, where you choose your 6-figure pathway. The third one is level up, where we're going to master the skills that pay, get you connected. The fourth one is how we're going to brand ourselves, how we, start to talk about ourselves in a way that we are the Hov and the Beyonce of blue collar. And then we're going to secure that bag. We're going to help you land that dream job in those first 60 days. Finally, we got the new money moves, where we're going to show you how to take that first job and turn it into the career that you were looking for, and the end game, one of those 3 specialties. We're going to show you what that looks like. And then lastly, we're going to have that empire state of mind, where we plan out the next phase. What does your legacy look like? How are you going to make this thing last? How are you going to make this thing continue to be fruitful for yourself and people to come? And that whole workshop, every single workshop is $97 for early bird. If you are on this call, it's $147 per workshop. For the regular hour-long workshop, 90 minutes is usually what those run when Q&A get into it. And these are limited because we're working together on the call, okay? So seats are limited, or you can do the complete series for $597. That will get you all 7 of these workshops. That'll get you a seat in all of them, a priority seat. Plus, it'll give you that quick start toolkit for free with the series, and some deeper breakdown dives depending on which of those webinars you choose. And then finally, some of y'all are like, yo, I want the full white glove treatment. Personally want to be right alongside of me everywhere that I go, or want me alongside of you everywhere in your corner, and have some VIP coaching, one-on-one calls, just me and you, focused resume reviews, LinkedIn makeover, and then I will give direct introductions to my network. I will personally, hand in hand, bring you to the people with the bag and make that introduction and put my name on the line on your behalf. This is not for everybody. I will not put my name on everybody's behalf. So that's a phone call. That's an assessment that we got to do with our team to see if you are one of the people that, can make the most of this. This is $1997 for the full 90-day program. But if you want the fast track, if you want me personally guiding your journey, this is exactly what you want to do. We'll put the link in the chat to book a call with myself and my team to assess if this is the package for you. And for this, like I said, everything is very limited. I don't just do webinars. I'm on the road training. I got a tour, TV show, all these different things. So I'm only doing 3 VIP clients per quarter. So if you're interested, you got to get one of those 3 right away. Don't think on it, okay? And then finally, man, let me keep it real with y'all for a second. All right. So y'all just spent a lot of time with me, and I really appreciate that. And all of your lives, if you do all of the steps, not if, I know y'all going to take these steps. Everything I taught you today is free, for real. Like, you don't have to buy anything. You don't have to spend a red cent with me. And if you do these steps, like I said, if you execute these things, I guarantee you will transform your life and your career. I also know that won't. I, I also know a lot of y'all not gonna do anything at all. Okay, I know that after this webinar, you'll be geeked up, you'll be excited, and you'll go right back to the couch. You'll go right back to the PS5. You'll go right back to Netflix, and you'll feel motivated for a second, and then you're just gonna go back to the regular life that you're living right now. And I'm telling you, don't be most people. Break that cycle. This is the thing that's gonna get you off that couch. Okay. So don't be most people. Just pick one thing from today. If you don't go through the whole 7, pick one of those quick wins and just do it before you go to sleep tonight. Build on that momentum tomorrow. Do the next quick win, whichever one you feel is a little bit better for you. Write your skills inventory. Research your training program. Update your LinkedIn. Create that profile. Apply for one job. Okay. That's all it takes to start. It's that first step, then another one, and then another one behind that. In 60 days from right now on this webinar, you could be collecting a manufacturing paycheck, or you could be in the same spot. The choice is yours. I want you to actually, another quick win action item right now. Put a calendar reminder on your Google or Apple Calendar, whatever you use, 60 days from right now, and see if it's different. See if you took the step. Hold yourself accountable. And I'm telling y'all like this, I got another call. I got a bag to go get myself. So I appreciate y'all spending time with me. I'm Drew the MFG Crowe, and I believe in you. I hope you believe in yourself. Now go prove me right. DrewCroweMFG.com.